Welcome to the award application walkthrough video. It will show you how to apply for scholarships, awards, and bursaries offered by McEwen. Applications open throughout the year. You can only access the application while the application period is open. Every time a new application becomes available to you, two things will happen. You will see a link appear on the financial aid tile in your My Student system, and you will receive an email with details and deadlines for the current application period. The applications that contain the most funding opportunities are open in the fall and winter terms each year. To be considered for most awards, scholarships, and bursaries, be sure to apply every fall and winter. The close date that you first see is for the majority of the application. There are some individual scholarships, awards, and bursaries that have earlier deadlines. As you move through the application, you will see those deadlines. We encourage you to submit the application early so that you do not miss any of these deadlines. The introduction page will outline this application. You will be able to navigate the application using the buttons on the top right corner of the screen. Do not use your browser's back button for navigation. You can also see the menu on the left side to move around to pages that you have already completed. A reminder that the information you provide in this application must be accurate and authentic. While the use of generative AI tools is not prohibited, the use of AI may negatively affect the authenticity of the submitted work and its evaluation. Submissions are evaluated on originality and must be your own creations. Click on Mark as Read and Next to move to the next page. Need assistance? Welcome to the Help and Contact page for your go-to guide for scholarships, awards, and bursaries, support, and application help. You can return to this page anytime if you need help while completing the application. At the top, you will find our contact details so you can reach us directly. You will find links to any upcoming help drop-in sessions and a link back to this video. Next, check out our application tips for step-by-step advice to make sure your submission is completed successfully. You will also find a list of the information and supporting documents that you need should you want to apply for bursaries. And if you run into technical difficulties, you will find troubleshooting steps here to help you get back on track. To continue to the application, click on Mark as Read and then Next. On the personal information page, please be sure the address shown is your current mailing address in case we need to send you a check. You can update your personal information through your My Student system in the Profile tile. If you have any questions about what is being asked, you can click on the blue information button and a pop-up will open with more information. Answer the questions on this page and then click on Save Progress and Next to continue. On the next page, you will see the program you're currently registered for, as well as your major and minor. The application will filter the scholarships, awards, and bursaries based on this information. If you have not yet declared your major or minor, it may show as undeclared. This will not prevent you from submitting an awards application. If your major or minor does change and you go back into the application, make sure that you complete all the steps again, since it may impact your award availability. This will include the legal declaration at the end. If you do have any questions regarding your program or major, you should contact your academic advisor in your faculty, school, or program. Bursaries are funding for students with financial need. If you would like to be considered for bursaries, you will need to provide some personal and financial information. On this page, you can see how many different bursaries you may be eligible for. Being eligible for a bursary does not guarantee that you will receive one. When you say yes to applying for bursaries and save progress, a new financial need page will become available within your application. When completing that page, you will be asked a series of questions about your financial need and resources, and be required to provide the supporting documentation. If you do not want to apply for bursaries, leave the slider at No. You can still apply for scholarships and awards. saying no to bursaries will not affect the rest of your application for other scholarships and awards. Click on Save Progress and Next to continue to the next page. The currently eligible page will display scholarships, awards, and bursaries available based on your prior responses and academic record. You do not need to provide additional information for these. Remember that the entire application must be submitted prior to the close dates of these items to be considered. You can click the blue information button under the details to display the eligibility criteria and additional information about each scholarship, award, or bursary. You can also sort by clicking on the desired column, allowing you to filter by type, number, value, and close date. Once you click on Save Progress and Next, these awards will be included in your application. The scholarships, awards, and bursaries on this page require information about your volunteer and community engagement and/or leadership experience. To see what may be available to you, you can slide the slider to Yes. You can dig into individual awards in more detail. Some awards are targeted at specific student groups or specific kinds of volunteer engagement, among other criteria. To see if a certain award is the right fit for you, click the Information button for additional information. Once you have decided to select a particular award, select the box next to it to change it to Yes. Click on Save Progress and Next to continue to the next page. The scholarships, awards, and bursaries on this page require a variety of additional materials. You will see an additional material link appear if you select Yes for any of these awards. Clicking the link will open a window with any questions we need to ask. These might be yes/no questions, short or long answers, or uploads of essays, image files, or identification documents, depending on the award. If you don't have what you need ready to go, don't worry. Still select the award, complete the application, and come back later to add the additional materials in your awards application summary. If you do not want to apply for awards in a specific section, keep the box as a no. Keep an eye out for award application deadlines. Some awards close sooner than others. The deadlines are listed in the application itself, as well as in the award application summary, which we will talk about later. Click on Save Progress and Next to continue. The financial need page only appears if you have agreed to be assessed for bursaries in Step 5. This is where you will share details about your financial situation. In most cases, you will only need to provide this information once every 4 years, or when your financial situation has changed. If you have applied for bursaries before, you may notice that the information has been carried over to this application. You need to review this information before proceeding. If any of the information has changed significantly, then questions marked with an asterisk must be answered before you can move forward. Be sure to scroll all the way down. There are questions at the bottom about your overall financial situation that are easy to miss. If you are unsure about an item, click on the information bubble beside it. You will see definitions and examples to help you understand what's being asked and complete your application accurately. Lump sum resources are funds you already have for the current semester. The default value is 0. Update this if you have any lump sum funds available. Monthly income refers to the resources you will receive during the current semester. Enter the amount you expect each month. The lump sum expenses section is where you will enter your anticipated expenses for this term. Your tuition and mandatory fees will appear automatically, pulled directly from My Student System. For books and supplies, either enter your actual costs or use the Term Cost Estimator link in the application to get an estimate for your courses. You do not need to provide any information about your costs for rent or mortgage, utilities, food, or clothing. Once you've entered all your expenses, you're ready to move on to the next section. You will need to answer the questions about student loans, as well as answer the 2 questions in the financial need explanation section. Having a student loan will not affect your eligibility for bursaries offered through McEwen. The questions in the financial need explanation are mandatory. You will need to answer them before you are able to save this page and continue in the application. You will need to provide us with the 3 most recent banking statements. Only PDF documents are accepted for uploading. These will be used to verify the amounts you indicated in your above answers. Question 2 asks you to provide a separate document explaining any major transactions over $300 in each of your accounts. This helps verify the amounts you entered above. You can download the provided template, which includes step-by-step instructions. Using the template is optional. You can also download your bank statement and write your explanations directly on them. Once you have completed your document, make sure to upload it back into your application before moving on. If you receive an error message, then you have missed answering a required question. The application does not tell you what you're missing. Please scroll back through to make sure everything is completed and click on the Save Progress button. You have almost reached the end, but you are not done yet. To fully submit your application, you need to complete the legal declaration. If McEwen does not have your social insurance number, you can enter it at this time as well. This is required for tax purposes if you are selected and must be entered in your My Student system before you can receive your funds. To complete the legal declaration, read the terms and conditions and switch the toggle from No to Yes, Save Progress, and click Next. Congrats! You have successfully completed your scholarships, awards, and bursaries application. The finished page lists additional and external scholarships you may be eligible for, beyond the ones you've applied to. If you are interested in applying, click on the external awards link provided to access the application and the eligibility criteria. Most scholarships and awards will be dispersed closer to the end of term. Meanwhile, bursaries are usually issued in the middle of the term. Please keep an eye on the awards application summary. Make sure to set up direct deposit on your My Student system fees tile. If you are selected, you will be able to receive your funds faster. Otherwise, a check will be mailed to the address provided on your My Student system. Click on the Exit button on the upper left to get back to the financial aid menu. Now that you've completed going through the application itself, there's a summary of what you've completed and what remains incomplete. This is called the award application summary, and you can access it anytime through the financial aid tile. As you can see, you can get straight back into the additional materials page for any individual award if you have items that you want to add to the application later. As long as the specific award has not closed, you can modify your answers here. You only need to return to the original award application if you wish to apply for additional scholarships, awards, or bursaries that you did not select previously. When you exit that page, you will need to complete a mini version of that legal declaration. Anything that is fully submitted and ready to go will show as submitted. If you are missing a required question or upload, you will see incomplete on the summary. And if you forgot to check the legal declaration, everything will appear as pending. If you decide that you don't want to apply for a particular award after all, there is no need to do anything. Simply leave it incomplete, and you will not be considered for that award. It will not affect any other items in your application. The application summary page is also helpful after applications close to keep track of which items have been decided. A status of awarded means your application was successful, while not awarded means you were unfortunately not the recipient this round. Keep an eye on the summary and on your inbox, and you will hopefully have good news. If you have questions not covered by this video, the financial aid advisors in the Office of the University Registrar are happy to help.